For those of you guys that didn't know, Bakugan Project has been available to all Vexo's Patreon members since Thursday. There's also some other Patreon members who were lucky enough to get access to the game. I was honestly meaning to make this video a lot sooner, but I've really just been playing Bakugan a little too much. But the good news is I do have some videos planned, including shorts and my regular 3 to 5 minute videos. So as promised in my last video, I'll dive more into the character creation options. First off, we can get through the female customization. For the girls, there's a decent amount of hair options you could choose from. And like I said previously, the freedom to have any color you want is a nice touch. The only thing I would like to see added is an option to put hex codes to get a specific color you're looking for. There are currently no different eye shapes, which I don't know if that'll change later on, but you could still choose any eye color you'd want. After that, this is where the female options get limited. As of right now, there's only 3 different sets of clothes to choose from, which is Julie, Alice, and Runo's outfits. There was never an option to be a girl in any of the mainline Bakugan games, at least not in the older ones. So with that being said, hopefully there will be more options as we get closer to release. Either way, I'm pretty sure all the clothes from other female characters will be added in, along with the possibility of there being original clothes. That's just speculation, so we'll have to wait and see. The male customization slightly has more depth to it, but to be fair, I'm almost 100% sure that 98% of the Bakugan fanbase were boys to begin with. But as we jump into the hair options, this is where the male options were lacking. It's just 4 less than the girls, but in the future I would like to see more unique sets. I ended up choosing Dan's hair because I wasn't really liking how the other ones looked on my character. This is also where I'd like to have the hex code option because it's pretty tough to get the exact color you're looking for. I didn't try too much to get the color I wanted because I was too anxious to start playing the game. The eye option is the same as the girls where you can only choose the color. It's not too big of a deal, it just takes away from the original character look if everyone has the same face. But this is still the beta, so I know Bakudev's main focus is getting all the Bakugan in-game and making sure all the cards work properly. So by the time this game releases, the options to customize your character could look completely different. The clothes are pretty much the same ones you would see in the first Bakugan game along with Masquerade's clothes. I was gonna get Masquerade's coat, but I kind of felt like everyone else would be wearing it. Something that I thought was cool that Bakudev will be implementing is you'd be able to make a character for every attribute on one account. That's gonna take away from the hassle of trying to log into 6 different accounts just to try out a different attribute. You could always buy different Bakugan on one player, but that'll for sure take a long time having to build 5 other decks from scratch. After you're done with your character creation, you can click which attribute you'd want to use on the right, and then type in your name. I really don't know what was happening on mine, but when I was putting my name it wouldn't work until I put Xenogilly. Something that I noticed when I first started playing is all the starter Bakugan are randomized, so it'll be a different Bakugan and in a different order. I thought it would just be between 9 set Bakugan based off when I watched Klepto's video. I also don't know if it's based off the attribute you choose because it wouldn't let me go back to check, but I really like the whole randomized starter Bakugan a lot better. The other thing to mention is the first Bakugan you choose will be the weakest and the last one you choose is the strongest. So when you choose your character card, I would keep that in mind. My starter team was Fear Ripper, Ravenoid, and Warriors. I also chose Ravenoid's character card just because he was my favorite out of the 3. I had no idea at the time that Warriors was going to be my strongest. The town's a decent size with all the brawlers from the show scattered around. Not every character from the first season are in the game yet, but for those of you who are wondering about Marduk and Vladidor, they're both in the game as well. There's all the top brawlers around town like Marucho, Dan, and the rest of the battle brawlers. On top of that, there's Jenny and Jules, but in order to challenge them, you can only do 2v2s. The same goes for Julio, Chanli, and Klaus. You can only battle them by doing a 3v3. From their team, the only one you can 1v1 at the moment is Kamba. Billy also isn't in the game yet, so you could probably 1v1 him as well. I wish there was an option to battle them separately, but maybe there will be later on, but for right now it's only 3v3s. Starting off, it's a good idea to go through your deck by opening up your Baku pad with B on your keyboard. It's real important to know what cards you have in your deck to really make the most of your battles. At the moment, getting HSP to buy better Bakugan and cards can really take a long time, but I'm pretty sure when the game finally releases to everyone, the money situation will be figured out by then. Honestly, the cards you start off with are pretty bad, but if you do end up choosing Pyrus, just know you'll have the advantage over Julie. She's really one of the worst Bakugan players in the whole game for right now. I was really fortunate to be walking around trying to figure out how to battle Jules. Then Bakudev saw me and invited me to his party. With the party system, you can not only do 2v2s and 3v3s with NPCs, but you can also play against other players in team battles. This is when building different decks that work better in team battles will really come into play. Against AI, 9 times out of 10 you'll win just by having stronger Bakugan, but when you're going against another duo or trio, that's when things really get interesting. Starting off my first battle as a 2v2 was honestly the best way to get thrown into the game. Not only do they last longer than normal battles, it's just more intense when going back and forth with your ability cards. At the start of the battle, you start off with 3 gate cards and 3 ability cards, and you draw another ability card every 5 turns. So you will also have to think about if it's worth saving a Bakugan by using all of your cards, or if you should take the loss and move on. During battles, you can actually walk around and even stand next to your Bakugan, which is honestly simple but so cool at the same time. Something I forgot to mention about team battles is you and your teammates can land on the same cards before a battle starts. It's a good way to set up a 2v1 battle, especially if there's no more gate cards left for them to land on. Being able to play this Bakugan game these last couple of days has really been such an amazing experience. I've been having a lot of fun playing this game in the early stages. It really has me excited to know that when this project is finally released to everyone else, the game will be 100 times better. I have a lot more videos coming out throughout this week, so be sure you guys are on the lookout for those. As always, if you guys made it this far into the video, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, comment down below what you guys would like to see in future videos so I can start to get to work on those as well. And most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or bell notification. It'll inform you guys when I drop videos like these so you can be the first ones to see them. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.